Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more time trial, one try action. Um, in the MKD Olympics, that's the tournament we're in right now, MKD Olympics, and we have officially made it to the second round of the time trial one try tournament. Um, Pretty exciting, At this point, we're in top 8. Everyone who has made it this far has at least secured some amount of points, which is always pretty good, always pretty nice. Um, so yeah, pretty exciting and pretty high stakes. So, and I think we have a good match coming up here today. We got Truffle10 and MKMF. Um, And yeah, let's go ahead and get to our players. So, the clear favorite in this match, I would think, is our number 1 seed. It is Truffle10. Players page rank 21. Has been a rapid improver recently. Recently got overall god and 32 out of 32 gods. So this guy's pretty good at Mario Kart Double Dash. And has further proved that recently. Best track is still Baby Park. That hasn't really changed much for him. We're probably going to see him pick that if he gets to do a track pick today. And worst track is Mushroom Bridge. Obviously, we all remember on Mushroom Bridge the big spiral. Would be really nice if I could actually remember to update this for once. But yeah, very strong player. And it should be and is favored to win this match, but I don't think it's impossible for his opponent MKMF to put up a fight and maybe even get the win here. Still a very strong player, ranked 74 overall, overall myth D. His best track is Mushroom Bridge. Now, Truffle's worst track, MF's best track. We could see that track get picked by MF today. Worst track is Bowser's Castle. Don't know if we're going to be seeing that one from him. And yeah, again, ranked 74 overall with D. Not a bad player by any means. So should definitely give Truffle a run for his money. Predictions are favoring Truffle right now, but not by much. It's like 2/3 for Truffle, 1/3 for MF. So definitely doesn't seem like it's going to be a foregone conclusion either way. So a quick look at our player standings. MF currently in 8th place. And he has a chance to do a bit of moving and shaking. Jimbo was eliminated in the first round, so he's guaranteed no points. So if MF gets at least 6th out of the time trial one try tournament, he'll at least move up to 7th. Catching Pittman's going to be a little tougher, with Pittman also being in the second round, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. And then down below him, Zeva, Hex, JoJo were eliminated first round. I'm down here, but I'm 15 points back, so, would require me to pop off probably for me to overtake MF. So, MF pretty solidly is going to finish somewhere in the middle, but now at this point just trying to maximize his result. But meanwhile, Truffle10, again, he's our top points getter so far in the tournament. And as you can see here, he has amassed quite the lead over second, 202 versus 169, but has not clinched the individual title yet. However, if he gets at least 5th in the time trial one try tournament, he will, without a doubt, have clinched the overall individual title. Now, there are a scenario where he doesn't get 5th, but he gets 6th or 7th, or 8th even, but he still wins on point total. But if he gets 5th or higher, it absolutely guarantees that he is the individual champion. And an easy way to get 5th or higher is to win today. If he wins today, he advances to the semis. He's automatic top 4, and he's the automatic individual champion. And on the country standing, it's a very similar story. Not as big of a lead Canada has over USAWs, but USAWs only has 1 player remaining in the time trial one try tournament, and Canada has 2. So, makes it really tough for USAWs to try to make a comeback here. It is not impossible. However, if Truffle10 wins today, makes it to the semis, it will be guaranteed that Team Canada wins back-to-back Olympics titles. So, yeah, definitely a lot riding on Truffle's win today. And if he doesn't win, then it will pretty much all come down to USA or Justin Kalu versus Pittman 15 tonight for the team title. So again, a lot on the line in this match. Not a lot on the line for Europe. They are obviously in last. Could maybe get fifth, but I wouldn't put money on it at this point. Would require a lot of things to go their way. But yeah. So again, the real focus of this match is going to be on Truffle10. Can he secure the individual and team title both in one match? That is what we're going to find out. As a reminder of our match structure, it is first to 7 races wins, so best of 13. Both players will ban one track before the match. They have already made those decisions. The lower seed will pick the first played track, so in this case, MF will pick the first track, and then the loser of the previous track will pick the next track afterwards. And then, yeah, so, alright, you guys ready for this fucking insane production value? Oh my goodness. Alright. Let me pull these streams up real quick. Okay. A little interesting on MF's stream. We got a drawing of Yoshi hyperimposed on his gameplay. Oh, and I did not mean to full screen that. We will be using MS audio, so I can unmute the stream. So yeah. You know, bans have been made. It should be starting here soon. Alright. Oh, alright. Pretty good sync for the first race. Always like to see that. So obviously Yoshi Circuit, the pick by MF. You know, not a typical pick. In a matchup like this, where you know, you're quite a bit lower ranked than the opponent, but you know, I don't think any pick is a bad pick, really. If you're confident in it, then I don't think there's anything wrong with picking the track. But so far, both players have had pretty clean driving. Looks like Truffle might be ahead by a little bit, but not much. 35-1 is the opener from Truffle versus 35-5 from MF. So still a fairly close race. Truffle only about 0.4 ahead. Definitely an opportunity for MF to come back here. Yeah, Yoshi Circuit, not a super interesting track. There's very few hazards. So it pretty much just comes down to whoever can drive better. And more often than not, that is going to be the higher ranked player. We do see MF have a little bit of a struggle with that U-turn there. 33-0 lap versus 34-3. So, oh, and MF going on the grass. So, I mean, Truffle is already over a second and a half ahead, and I think he's going to expand on that lead this lap. I'm having some trouble charging a drift, and I mean, it's roughly a 2-second lead now at this point. And oh my goodness, MF has gone into the water. Not very often you see that on Yoshi's, and that is going to seal the first race for Truffle. Now 141, very solid run by Truffle, and yeah, that's gonna make the score 1-0. 1-0. Okay, and now we await MS next course selection. Again, it is the loser of the previous track who picks the next. Alright, it seems like the next selection is in. It's going to be a Mac attack. Fucking Yoshi, dude. Alright. Alright, countdown has been sent off. It should be starting any second here. So Mario Circuit. Another circuit track selected by MF. This is not really traditional. In a matchup like this, you know, you would normally, if your opponent was quite a bit higher ranked than you, go for the more variant tracks where your opponent could mess up a little bit more. But MF not really doing that so far. I mean, Yoshi Circuit, Mario Circuit, two of the more driving-based ones. There are definitely hazards on this track. The Goombas being the biggest one, and the only one we could reasonably see. Truffle gaining about 0.4 on this opening lap, and oh my goodness, MF cannot charge an MT to save his life. He's gonna be losing a lot of time here. Those are two MTs you do not want to drop. And yeah, MF might be some controller issues on his end, but just cannot crank out these MTs, and it's costing him. 29-1 versus 30.6. So yeah, Truffle nearly 2 seconds ahead as we enter lap 3. Very hard deficit to make up on this track. MF probably gonna need a miracle here. And instead of getting a miracle, he's gonna go in the grass. This one's just about over. Truffle navigates cleanly through the Goombas. No pipe. And it's going to be a 129-1 from Truffle. Very solid run. As he takes home race 2. Alright. It seems like MF has made his next selection. It's another circuit, Luigi Circuit. We've completed the circuit gauntlet. Certainly interesting to see him going so many skill-based tracks, but I know MF has been playing this track quite a bit recently. And it is one of his favorites, I believe. So not insanely crazy for him to pick this. I know this is one of Truffle's least favorite. It was his last god, and it is not and I don't think that's because it was a very hard one. And oh, MF already making a mistake going in the sand here. Interesting not to see a shroom. I feel like the shroom would, you know, be quite beneficial there because that's just the normal shroom spot. But yeah, either way, it's going to be a 3/4 of a second lead for Truffle to start off here on the Luigi circuit. Not an insurmountable lead, but really rough to already gain that deficit on your track selection. Stream from both is 24-8 versus 24-9, so I mean pretty evenly matched that lap. But again, that mistake from MF just has him in the gutter right now. And ooh, Truffle hitting a little bit of sand. Oh, but MF also in the sand. That's just about going to cancel out. And as long as this last stream goes fine for Truffle, should be a win for him. 116-2 versus, yeah, 118-2. Truffle, another circuit, another win. And it's 3-0. Alright. Alright, so obviously, Spling MF has made his next selection. It's Mushroom City. And again, not very interesting to see him go with all these MT heavy tracks. But I mean, it's not like this is like a completely fail-proof track. There's obviously the vehicles that are going around. You can hit those, lose about like 2/3, 3/4 of a second. There's also the pit at the end. Not the easiest thing in the world to fall into there, but it can happen. It has happened. Will it happen? We're gonna see. But yeah, it's just a very A-Tech mini turbo heavy course. Not really the choice you'd expect MF to make, but I mean he's keeping it close. 32-2 versus 32-4. Definitely still in range for MF, but again, Truffle, just the better driver, going to be out to lead to start here. Oh, Truffle getting stuck up on that corner. Has to use a shroom to recover. Oh, we got a race here, folks. Oh, but MF with a truck hit. Little goofy recover. It's going to be a 32-6 versus 33-4, so even with that big mistake, Truffle gaining 0.8 that lap, so about a second ahead. MF does have the shroom, but the shroom does not save a second on this track, unfortunately. So Truffle's still leading. He has shown that he's prone to making a mistake. Oh, that yellow car cycle. Very rough. And yeah, so I mean, even if Truffle hits a vehicle on this final straightaway, should cancel out, but he's not going to. 136.6, and it's more vehicle barrage on MF's end. And Truffle, 4-0. 4-0. Halfway. He's halfway to win right now. And the streams are on. Alright, so oh my god, let me fucking do that. Sorry. Average Twitch. Alright, so Daisy Cruiser, the next selection from MF. Haven't seen him. This is the first real, more variant track we've seen him pick. Try to sync this up a little. Okay, that did nothing. So obviously there's a lot of places you can mess up on this track. First is this pool skip that we just saw MF take. Both players made it through that pretty cleanly. If they fall in the pool, then you're in for a pretty bad time. There's also this basement that MF just went by. If you fall into there, it's going to cost you a lot of time. Yeah, there's the room with the tables. Those cycles can always be very frustrating. It's 33-6 opener from Truffle and a 33-8 from MF, so pretty close to start us off here. Clean pool skip from both. MF was a little scary there, but both made it through. Ooh, rough table cycle on Truffle's end. It does manage to make it through fairly cleanly, though. It's also going to be a rough table cycle for MF, though. So, might have honestly been worse. Yeah, MF having some trouble getting some MTs here. It's 32-4 lap from Truffle. Let's see what MF puts together. It's 34-0, so I don't really know what MF did to lose 1.6 seconds there, but that might have just been... No! Oh my goodness, as I was saying that Truffle was stuck on the stairs, MF goes for a swim. You can't really blame him. It's been hot as hell these last few days, but unfortunately, in this specific instance, it's going to cost him a lot of time, and it seems like it will cost him the race. 140 is the final time from Truffle. Not the cleanest run by any means, but it was still good enough to make the score 5-0. 5-0's on him like the Olympics. So, if you're MF, it's not looking great, Your opponent just won the first 5 races. All 5 were your track picks. It's hard to just look at that and be like, you know what, this is going well for me. But I still believe in him. We see his next course selection here is going to be Dino Jungle. And again, finally going for the more variant tracks. There's a lot of places you can mess up on this one. We'll see Truffle and MF both going around it. Oh! I stand corrected. MF running into the Dino leg. I was about to say. And oh my goodness, bad bump off the wall. Goes into the water, loses both of the shrooms. And that alone might just end this one. It's really hard to come back from falling off. I mean, Truffle could fall off too. But now you're looking at shroomless DDJ. And the shrooms save a lot of time on this track. So, pretty rough for MF. Not that Truffle can't fall off in these next few seconds. We got the infamous zipper bridge coming up here. Makes it past okay, though. No invisible wall bonks. And first shroom coming out from Truffle. And, yeah, MF, I'm gonna need a miracle. I mean, Truffle started this race about like a second ahead, like sync-wise, but I mean, just you can clearly tell that Truffle's more than a second ahead right now. Final zipper bridge from Truffle makes it through cleanly, and another Dino hit from MF. Gonna require probably a fall and a geyser hit for Truffle to lose this one at this point. And the infamous invisible wall on the bridge. And that's gonna do it for Dino Jungle. 144.2 the time from Truffle. Pretty solid run, all things considered. And now the score is gonna be 6-0. Truffle10 sits just one race away from the double title clinch. Can he do it? It is MF's course selection next. MF already down 6-0. Really needs to make a good choice here. If he can even get himself on the board, it would be a solid accomplishment at this point. Alright, seems like MF is going to be taking a gamble here, in his own words, because I looked at his Twitch chat, because he somehow has like as many viewers as me, even though it literally says on his stream and in his title to watch me, but I digress. DKM, the course selection from MF. This is one of Truffle10's best. Truffle10, a bit of a pioneer on this course. Found a strategy for the flap shroom that may just end up being used in a world record sooner or later. We see MF having some trouble on the mountain here, gets slowed down quite a bit. But my point is that even with Truffle being as good as he is at this track, he is by no means guaranteed a win here, and we just saw on MF's screen why that is. Because you can mess up in a lot of places on this track, most infamously the gap shortcut and the bridge. If you fall off, you're gonna lose 5-6 seconds. But I mean, MF, I think it was like a 45 versus like a 34. So Truffle in a very solid lead after lap 1. It seems like he's having a pretty clean lap 2 as well. Yeah, makes it through the bridge. 34-4 lap 2. And, so yeah, I mean, at this point, for MF to come back, it's probably gonna have to be... Oh, MF getting caught on this fence. Another just bleeding time. Yeah, I mean, it's like a 16-second lead for Truffle. Pretty much just has to finish the course, and he'll take home this match. And with it, the individual and team title, final bridge. He's done it. 143.6. Very strong run. It's going to be enough to make this a 7-0 victory for Truffle. MF caught on the fence once again. And with... Oh, what? Alright. And with that, Truffle10 is your 2025 MKDD Olympics individual champion. Massive congrats to Truffle10. Worked super hard throughout this tournament. Did well in pretty much every event. Not really surprising to see him up here. But yeah, massive congrats to him. And also congrats to his team, Team Canada, 2025 team champions, repeat champs. Pretty crazy that the first 2 Olympics have had the same team champion. And both have had the individual champion, and it was different players. But I guess that's just the Canada difference. I mean, so yeah, congrats to Team Canada as well. So yeah, big congrats all around to everyone involved. And yeah, Truffle10 taking home a dominant 7-0 win here. Pretty impressive. Not much else to say besides that. But yeah, Truffle10 will be advancing to the semifinals. We're not entirely sure yet who he's going to be playing. It's either going to be Young Rick or a Nun guy. 2 very strong players either way. So definitely going to be a tough match. Next round. But yeah, should be fun to watch. I don't know when the semifinal or when the Rick and a Nun guy match will be happening. But it should be a good one. I will try what I can to have that one streamed. And yeah, so again, congrats to Truffle one more time on winning the match 7-0, being the individual champion, and securing his team the championship. You gotta be feeling pretty good after that. But yeah, I'm gonna be ending off the stream here. Thank you all for tuning in. Was a pretty fun match despite the score. Yeah, I appreciate you all coming out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.